Hello and namaste everyone. It's me, Dr. Samyam Bikram Pathak, all the way from Nepal, standing in front of you to speak a few words on myths about tuberculosis and how to burst them. So let's get started. Tuberculosis is considered as a global burden disease as it has affected many countries of the world. The world has suffered a lot from this infectious disease. Introducing tuberculosis, it is the 13th leading cause of death worldwide and second leading infectious killer after COVID-19. In 2020, 10 million people fell ill with TB, where 5.6 million were men, 3.3 were women, and 1.1 were children. Similarly, 215,000 people died of HIV associated with tuberculosis. Now let's find out what are the myths related to tuberculosis are prevalent in our society and try to burst them out. The first myth is tuberculosis is considered a genetic disease, which is completely wrong. It's an infectious disease caused by a bacteria called Mycobacterium tuberculosis. It is a myth that tuberculosis is infectious. Only people with pulmonary TB who show symptoms are infectious. Tuberculosis is preventable and curable. Doctors prescribe the first-line regimens like rifampicin and isoniazid along with pyrazinamide, ethambutol and streptomycin for tuberculosis treatment. Similarly, tuberculosis is transmitted by infectious droplets in air rather than by handshake or fomites. It is common in citizens of any country irrespective of socioeconomic status. It happens not only to smokers but also to anyone due to variety of reasons like overcrowding, decreased sanitation. It can affect multiple organs like brain, spinal cord, bone, intestine, eyes, and not only the lungs. Tuberculosis can affect people of any age group. Childhood and adolescent TB is commonly prevalent, which is mostly overlooked by the healthcare workers. Similarly, BCG vaccine cannot cure tuberculosis completely. It is just for reducing the severe forms of TB like TB meningitis or miliary tuberculosis. However, you can still have chances of getting TB though you get BCG vaccine. Lastly, it is important to know the relationship between HIV and tuberculosis. They are interrelated with each other. Those patients who have suffered from HIV are 18 times greater risk of suffering and dying from tuberculosis. Hence, such HIV patients should always be screened for tuberculosis. Thus, they are interrelated. Now let's look some of the ways to burst the myths. We should always contribute individually first and try to educate our family, then society, and ultimately the nation. School-going children must have well-focused curriculum on myths bursts of tuberculosis. Awareness campaigns should be launched. Equal gender participation from grassroots level is essential to burst the myths. Every citizen of a nation must be aware about their rights to know about DOTS, MDR TB treatment strategies, and National Tuberculosis Program and must take active participation. Finally, these were some of the myths and bursts of tuberculosis. Lastly, a small message to all of you who are looking at this video. Support World Health Organization End Tuberculosis Strategy. No mother of a nation should lose her child because of tuberculosis. If we are together, we can definitely overcome this infectious disease in the coming future. So, a very happy World Tuberculosis Day to you all. Thank you.